Let's cut the open cup.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Open Cup Podcast. I'm Corey,
And I'm Craig.
and we're going to cup some coffee,
It's exciting.
because that's what we do.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's a very special episode.
It is a very special episode. We're fresh off the heels of the Cortland Dairy Parade. My arms can barely lift a cupping spoon because I carried my daughter for most of the length of the parade before I gave up. I quit. She was like, "Why are we leaving the parade?" And I was like,
Well,
You're heavy, dude. You don't want to walk, right?" She's like, "Yeah, I don't want to walk." I was like, "Well, I got to walk us all the way back to the car."
yeah,
It's like
exactly.
4 more blocks away.
You know, it's totally worth it for us, though, because we won again.
Woo!
Fifth
Can't
time.
beat Coffee Mania.
Well, you can, but you got to bring it.
Yeah, you got to bring more than one cow, because that's how many we brought was one.
We did have a beautiful cow, a heifer named Baby Girl, and she was awesome. And
That's awesome. And we had dogs, a puppy named Honey.
yeah, a lot of kids. It was great. It was a fun community event.
Yeah, Nora really enjoyed hanging out with Colson.
Yeah.
They were holding hands at one point, and then Nora was like, "Let go of me, dude. I got to eat my Cheerios."
Kids are so fun.
She was so excited to show Missy her Cheerios. Like, before we even left the house, she had Cheerios in one of those little, I don't know, what do you call them? They're like a
Cheerio
little
container.
Cheerio container
Yeah.
that has like a weird like soft plastic lid that's supposed to theoretically keep the mess from spilling out, but really it just makes it so when your kid grabs a handful of Cheerios,
all
they
fly
shoot
out.
all over the place like confetti. But she had one earlier in the day, and she was like, "I need my Cheerios," and Elise was like, "No, that got cow's milk on it. My daughter's allergic to dairy," so she's like, "We have to clean that." Nora was devastated. And we're like, "We have more Cheerios, dude. We got another container." She's like, "I need to show those Cheerios to Missy."
Aw,
And she just could not wait. So she was
Yeah.
pretty amped.
that's awesome.
She looks so cute in her cowboy hat and little bandana.
I gotta say, Corey, you look pretty cute in your sort of see-through shirt.
Yeah, well, I'm in my slutty dad era, so I try to make sure I'm wearing see-through shirts as often as I can while I'm not at work.
I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, good. So here we are. It's a beautiful Wednesday. It's going to be like 80 degrees out, and we're going to cup some coffee from one of my favorite Syracuse places, Salt City.
Yeah. Shout out to Salt City.
Shout
Love
out
you
to
guys.
Salt City. Yeah, Aaron and Maria do a fantastic job up there, and they're a great company. They're a growing company, and yeah, got nothing but love for them. Today we Corey acquired a bag of coffee up at one of their customers in Central Square.
I did, yeah. Sweet aroma.
Yeah, shout out to them too.
Sweet aroma.
It's the sweet sounds of Corey.
Talk about things that nobody cares.
I think we finally found your calling.
That's our jam. Talking about things that nobody cares about
Yeah.
here on the Open Cup
No shit, that's
Podcast.
exactly what we do every time we do this. But so today, I would say that this is a blend of coffee that we're having.
Yeah, I think it's their dark roast at
Okay.
Sweet Aroma.
Okay.
I figured we can't just only ever cup light roasted Ethiopians. We have to mix it up a little bit here.
Sure. Well, here is a blend from Sumatra, Brazil, and Ethiopia. It's called Lunga Lunga, I believe.
Yeah.
And you were saying that the profits from this benefit a school in Nairobi, Kenya.
Yeah, I think Lunga Lunga is the name of the school, if I'm
sweet.
remembering correctly from the bag I read about 8 minutes ago.
That's awesome. That's great. And this coffee was roasted sometime this quarter too. So that's
That's pretty. It's gonna taste pretty good to us.
yeah, no shit. So all right, great. I'm excited. First
Yeah.
impressions upon smelling this ground coffee.
Well, I am not surprised. I suspect that one of our former employees, Mandy, had a hand in making this, and I was not surprised to see that Sumatra was in it because Sumatra was always Mandy's favorite coffee, and
Yep.
this smells like a coffee that Mandy would love.
It really does. Yeah, and I think she's working there again, if I'm not mistaken. So shout out to Mandy.
It smells pretty good. It smells. I always do this. It's so weird. It smells. This isn't going to make any sense. The way my brain is wired is so strange. It smells the way bottled water tastes.
Wow.
Like it's just really clean. Like it smells filtered. If that makes sense.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure. It smells I would say that it smells pretty good for a dark roast. If,
Yeah, absolutely it
yeah.
does.
And traditionally, it's like we said, it's a combination of Sumatra, Brazil, and Ethiopia. 2/3 of those are not my favorite coffees traditionally, and I love Ethiopian, but
I have had some very good Brazils though.
I've had some very good Sumatrans too, but I just don't. That's not where I gravitate, generally speaking. Also, we
Can I
have
smell
not.
your cup? I feel like does mine smell like soap?
Maybe.
Can I rinse my cup off?
Oh, let me smell yours.
No, this is just.
No, it's just the.
It's my hand. It's my hand. I was like,
Yeah.
it smells like hand soap.
I did. I
Hands
washed
behind my back.
I washed my hands up here in the executive bathroom, and we have some really nice soap.
Yeah, it's very fragrant.
Yeah,
that was my mistake.
Yep.
I should have washed them with nothing.
Yeah,
just been a filthy monster.
There's something to say for a lack of good hygiene when it comes to cupping, because at least I'd rather smell like my semi-disgusting body than fresh soap when I'm trying to, assess coffee. But that's okay. We got this. So, right away, I got some chocolate. I got some flowers. I got some.
Yep, there's a floral note to it for sure.
Yeah.
There's maybe like clover, and I get like popcorn.
Sure. Oh, yeah, popcorn. I could see some savory, sort of, I don't know, meaty? Meaty, is that the right? Maybe.
It's the right descriptor for me.
Yeah. Yeah. See, often I refer to Corey as just meaty. Yeah, that guy. He's a carnivore.
One of the meatiest guys in the house.
Yeah.
There is a really gentle sweetness to it.
For sure. Yeah, like
I can't quite pinpoint it. Maybe it'll open up when the water hits it.
well, we're gonna let the water hit it.
Let the
water hit the
grinds.
coffee.
Let the water hit the grinds.
I'm gonna take my headphones off and go get the water.
It's right there.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. We're
We
starting
have
to perfect this.
yeah. We're keeping the water warm in the sun of the windowsill.
Fair. Let me.
We have plans to get better equipment up here, but all things in good time.
Well, we spent all our money on the microphones, and so
Yeah.
we don't actually have a hot water tower in this room.
Yeah, I got to get our merch
Yeah, for sure.
rolling.
Yeah, yeah. And Michelle got us the nicest on-air neon sign.
Yeah, that thing's sweet. I'm going to use that in the Instagram post for
Yeah.
this episode.
It's very photogenic, and we are on the air, if you will.
We are on air.
It's like doing a radio show with no listeners. No, I know we do have listeners.
We
Thank-
do.
thank
And
you.
shout out to all of our listeners,
Yeah.
potential sponsors of the podcast.
Can't believe you guys are hanging in there. And again, send us any coffee you'd like.
Yeah,
us to
or
have.
money. If you want to sponsor us, you can just send me an email and I'll hit you up with my Venmo.
Yeah.
And you can just direct deposit some money into my
Like
pocket.
a freaking gift card from Moe's would be great.
Yeah, whatever.
Anything.
Shameless request here.
Yeah, we just want
Oh,
food.
hell yeah, it's Vortex time.
All I need is food and creative love, is what.
Yeah,
that's
that's
what
it.
Rusted Root said, and that's what I say.
Yeah.
Okay, and a vortex. Here we go.
I'm still trying to get people to comment places. I think Matt's like the only person who's commented. Oh, yeah, look at that
Yeah.
thing go.
Yeah, that's
So,
great. It was nice to see Matt last night.
It
at
was.
at the Dairy Parade.
Shout out to Matt.
Yeah.
Dairy Parade Matt.
And Center for the Arts. I'm a little bummed they didn't win their category in the Dairy Parade. I think they should.
They should have. They
Yeah.
looked straight up like the classic donut from The Simpsons, and it was great.
And Matt Strike, that alone should have won.
I didn't even see Matt Strike.
He was riding a trike. Well, what do you mean you didn't see it?
Listen, I don't like crowds.
Yeah.
I was looking at my
tunnel
child and
vision.
basically nothing else.
Yeah, no, I don't think he rode it for the parade, but he was riding a trike.
Wow.
Yeah, it's cool as shit. It's like vintage. It was rad.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That guy just does everything.
yeah, of course.
Brings backpacks full of booze to the open cup. Speaking of alternative cupping episodes,
Yeah.
we should probably smell our coffee. But then I have to tell you about what my wife said last night to me.
Okay, I can't wait. Yeah, I got a little like soy sauce. Yeah.
I definitely get that Dutch cocoa cookie. Mm-hmm. It's a little molassesy. Maybe that was the sweetness I was getting, was like a brown sugar style molasses.
Well, it's funny
kinda.
you say molasses because
Is that what the bag says?
that's one
Well,
of their cupping notes is
hot dog.
molasses, not hot dog, but molasses. There were a lot of hot dogs around last night at the Dairy Parade.
The day I get hot dog and a coffee is the day I find the coffee I drink every day for the rest of my life.
And it's perhaps the day I retire.
Maybe
from
I
the
should just
industry.
start brewing my coffee with hot dog water. That's not a bad idea.
I think some people. was going to say some people do that. I'm sure some people do, but I don't think you should do that. Well, I mean, you can do it.
Introducing the chocolate coffee with the hot dog flavored water.
My God, is every episode has some reference that some people will get.
Well, when you basically reference every category of music of all time, you cast a wide net, you know?
Yeah, it's true.
Somebody out there is going to catch that Limp Bizkit reference.
Yeah, I did it all for the cookie, as they say. That's our in our household. We changed the lyrics so that I did it all for the cookie. So
Yeah, Nora's been just rhyming words, and I keep getting into these situations where I'm listening to her, and I'm like, oh boy,
That's a word you can't say.
This is about to get ugly. How do I fix this? But I was lucky.
Yeah. So wait, what did your wife say?
Oh, so she said to me last night that she wants to do an episode with us.
Wow.
Where
I love that.
in the preparation for the episode, she makes a pizza dough a week before and has it like slow ferment in the fridge, and then 3 days before, and then the day of.
Yes, please.
And then brings all that dough here and in our oven bakes the pizzas fresh.
Oh my God.
And then we sample a slice from each pie.
Have I
and
died
review that
and gone
so,
to heaven?
An episode of The Open Slice, hopefully coming to your ears sometime this summer.
Okay, you had me at pizza dough.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Well, that's what she said, and I was like, "Can I propose to you again? Like, you want not only do you want a podcast with me, but you want a podcast eating pizza with me? You're the best." So shout out to my wife,
Yeah, Corey,
potential
you're
sponsor of the
the
podcast.
luckiest freaking man in
Dude,
the world.
I can't wait for this.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'll see if there's merit to fermenting your pizza doughs in your refrigerator for a while.
Hell yeah. I just want to eat that raw. For
She also said
she.
she really wants to make a bunch of pizza dough and go hang out with you at Swamp House.
Yeah. Wow. This is great.
Use your pizza oven. At least really wants to feed you pizza.
I really want to be fed pizza. Thank you. Damn. All right. Well, we're at 4 minutes.
Oh,
now.
wow. That was the fastest 4 minutes
I know.
of my
That went
life.
so quick.
When
so,
you're thinking about pizza.
yeah, I'm going to be hungry for the rest of the day. Thanks. It's only 9:36 a.m.
I have to wait until Friday for our regularly scheduled pizza night, so.
I'm going to have pizza, nothing but pizza all week. I'm going on vacation.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So I get a little bit of graininess out there.
Yeah,
Like
there
wheat.
was a little, like, acidity in there, too, like
Yep.
a lemongrass or something.
Yep. We'll just make that the citrus moment.
Oh, let's open the pantry and come on in. I'm in the pantry with Craig, and he's showing me everything he's got in his pantry. It's the Craig's Citrus Corner.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you some lemongrass in my
Yeah,
pantry.
show me your lemongrass.
Yeah. Yeah, it is like that. I could see that from African coffee too, for sure. From that standpoint.
This is going to sound worse than it is because it actually smells really good. It smells kind of like ground beef.
Yeah.
Like it does. It just has a savory quality to it, but there's also this like nice, I don't know, like brown sugar or some sort of sweetness, underlining sweetness and graininess to it.
It's funny you say that because I got, and this also is going to sound bad, but it's not at all, like fresh cardboard. Like we have those bundles of boxes that we open, and it, I mean, I love that smell. And I got, some would say cardboard's not what you're looking for in coffee, but I would say that just a subtle aroma of cardboard in this case is pretty freaking good.
Yeah, well, I feel like there's something distinctly nice about coffee, and that it's like among the most like, how do I want to word this? It's like it's bitter, you know, and it should be.
Yeah.
And that's like what I feel like there aren't a lot of things that we consume that hit the palate in the way that coffee does.
Yeah.
So I think to get, oh boy, I just made such a mess. Wow. To get those notes isn't necessarily a bad thing because there's part of what makes coffee so charming.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's why the first time I tried coffee when I was a child in the waiting room at Cost Tire when my dad worked there.
Oh, wow. That must have been
was like,
good coffee.
Yeah, I'm sure it was really good coffee. You know, you take a sip and you're like, oh, what's this? And then I slam it with the non-dairy creamer. And to this day, I have like a special place in my heart for the like powdered.
Yeah, non-dairy creamer.
creamers.
Shout out to NDC.
Shout
I'm
out to
down with
NDC.
NDC.
But like, you know, it was a flavor that was obviously as a child completely unfamiliar and was like, whoa, what is this?
Yeah.
But, you know, that was the start of my coffee love.
Got a lot of things floating in this coffee. I mean, a lot of coffee floating in this coffee, not things. That'd be weird.
Is that a boat?
Yeah, here we go. Here's a sip. Okay, it has all right. It's multi-dimensional. I can see there's a bit of sweetness hit me initially.
Oh, sorry for that
Wow,
sound. I didn't mean to make that noise. That was kind of cool. I was like that. Nice.
Yeah, chef's kiss sound there.
I didn't. Wow, that was really. I really didn't know my mouth could make that noise. It was,
Yeah, wow. No, this is nice. It's got really good mouthfeel to it. Like this shit's got some body.
yeah, it sits nicely, but it's for such a like heavy-bodied coffee. It's a very clean cup.
Totally. Yeah, this is great. I think
Low acidity, kind of almost creamy.
I think they did a good job using the Brazil and the Sumatra to kind of temper that Ethiopian, tendency to be bright. Not that this coffee doesn't have brightness to it.
It does still allow some sweetness to come through, though, in a nice way.
Yeah, super good. Not surprising they did a great job with this. Being a not super dark roast kind of person, I don't know. Maybe I am a dark roast person because every time we cup a darker roast, I'm like, oh, actually, I kind of like that.
It is very good.
Yeah, for sure. I think it would be fun. It would be a good daily drinker for me with a little oat milk and
I can
raw
see that
sugar.
being good, yeah.
You know, for sure.
I could see it being a good iced coffee, too. I bet this would be really good and like a Japanese pour over.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I think I'd like that.
for sure. So the other tasting notes they have besides molasses is caramel and toasted almond, and yeah, I can see.
I could see that for sure.
Yeah.
The toasted almond.
for sure. Yeah, there's something nutty in there. Yeah, for sure. Okay, well, damn, that was good.
Yeah, I'm going to get this episode edited and put up. And just for full transparency, we did record an episode yesterday
We did
that
but
I'm going to release next week.
out of sequence
Yeah,
because I'll be gone next week.
We're officially doing the have episodes in the pipeline.
Yeah,
'Cause we're professionals now, but
We are.
recorded it with a friend, and it will be the first of 3 consecutive episodes featuring Rick
Oh, yeah.
of Recommended Eats.
yeah.
So
I
look,
recommend you listen to that podcast.
yes, we all recommend you listen to it. Be excited. It will be heavily anticipated, I'm sure.
Yeah. By our several listeners. Yeah.
We have more than several.
We do. That's great.
I would say we have 40 several.
Yeah. Shout out to Estonia again.
Yeah. And Mexico.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Love that. All right. Well, with that being said, I have to go do some manual labor outdoors before it gets too hot.
Yeah, good idea. I was going to say, I think it is time to put a lid on it. Bye. Ooh, nice.
Yeah, that was good.
Together, harmonized.
Yes.